Ready for the video?
Yes.
Let's do it.
All right. Somewhat. I would
find out
more what he has to say. Yeah.
Do in the world is you are not extrapolating.
That is quite interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with that part.
This is something
High
we
population,
need to look at
definitely.
in a very fundamental way. My body, this is
Never
mine.
thought about it that way.
Yeah.
I think he has a pretty forward-looking point of view.
Present practice. What's conscious? This is Vish and
Eesha.
And today we'll be responding to Sadhguru's video on
Women who choose not to have a child must be awarded.
My name is Vish and I'm an aspiring yogi, love all things wisdom, yoga, and meditation based. Super grateful to have Eesha on the show. Want to introduce yourself?
Yes, hi, my name is Eesha. I'm a sophomore at UT Austin and excited to be here.
Thanks for being here, Eesha. We've actually known each other from New York and are close family friends here in Austin, Texas. And before we start, would love to hear what your thoughts are about women having a single child, no child, multiple children, whatever that means and entails to you, in the comments down below. And Eesha, what are your thoughts on having one child?
I mean, yeah, obviously I support that women should be able to do whatever they want. Personally, I wouldn't want to have one child because I feel like that's really boring. I'd rather have like multiple or none, but to each their own.
Love that perspective. And with that,
let's get into the video.
So what are the arguments that you would give for a woman who doesn't want to bear a child?
She needs to be awarded. We are ensuring that our children cannot live well on this planet by producing more children.
do you agree so far?
Somewhat. I would
find out
more what he has
For
to
a
say.
woman
Yep.
who chooses not to be a mother, who doesn't…
Oh, I'll give you award.
So she has chosen you as an advocate for her case and you have to fight her case. So what are the arguments?
I'm sorry, I didn't get that.
So there's a woman…
Yeah, she
who
doesn't want to have a child.
be a mother, and she's chosen you as an advocate for her case and you have to fight her case. So what are the arguments that you would give for a woman who doesn't want to bear a child?
I said she needs to be awarded. I've already announced in India, young women who are capable of childbearing chose not to do it, we will institute an award for them. Because right now the greatest service you can do in the world is you are not extrapopulating this
That is
planet.
quite interesting.
Okay. If… suppose you were a tiger woman, I mean to say a female tiger, then I would have encouraged you, please breed, please breed. Because it's an endangered species. Well, you know, see, we are not endangered. Wherever you go, there is a crowd. Well, to protect a nation, you have to build a wall, otherwise people are coming. Obviously, there's too much obviously, there is too much population everywhere, isn't it?
Do you agree?
So,
Yeah, I agree with that part.
this is something
High
we need to look
population,
at in a
definitely.
very fundamental way. This is happening because the need is inbuilt. The reproductive need is a very inbuilt need. Whatever arguments they have at one point, the body dictates. Fortunately, there's a lot of pain and stuff involved. Otherwise, I don't know what would have happened. So, this need, if one has to transcend, instead of forcefully putting it down, if your identity naturally shifts beyond your biological self, you will see these needs will completely disappear. Right now, I want people to understand, what you're looking for is not a child. What you're looking for is involvement. Right now, your problem is, you simply cannot involve with people unless they came out of your body. Your identity of biology is so strong, you can't simply include these people as yours.
That's an interesting perspective.
Oh, this one came from my body, this is
Never
mine.
thought about it
This…
that way.
Yeah.
This is because you're trapped in your own biology, that's all it is. Why should it fall out of your body? Not necessary. Human being has the ability, this is an animal instinct. This instinct is needed for the survival of the race, of course. But now, the survival of the race depends on consciously controlling the population a little bit. From the beginning of 20th century, in 1910, our population was just 1.58 billion. Let's say
Wow.
1.6 billion.
We're like 8 times that now.
Today
Did you
we
know
are
that?
7.6
That's
billion.
crazy.
By 2050, they're estimating we will be 10.3 billion.
Holy
When it's
cow.
10.3 billion, I don't want to be around.
Would you?
His eyes.
Hello?
The way he's rolling his
I
eyes.
want you to just imagine another 50% rise in the world's population. You can imagine what all problems you will face. We are ensuring that our children cannot live well on this planet by producing more children. It's very, very important. We must understand why this has happened is not just because of unbridled reproduction. No, that is not true, it's controlled. It is simply because our life expectancy is extending itself, it's fantastic. For example, in India, when the British left India, our life expectancy was 28 years. How many of you are over 25? 28, I'm sorry.
28 is
So you're all dead.
young. Wow.
That's what it meant. I want you to understand. 28 years. Today it has reached 70. It's a phenomenal achievement in 70 years of independence. So, when we take death into our hands, should we not take birth into our hands? I'm not propounding any philosophy, I'm just talking simple arithmetic. Hello? When we take death into our hands, should we not take birth into our hands? If we don't do that, if we do not consciously contain our population, nature will do it to us in a very cruel way. You want to wait for that day? You can. But being human beings, it'll be nice if we do it consciously, isn't it?
Eesha, after watching this video, being a young female yourself, I'm curious, what's going through your mind?
Honestly, I think that is a very interesting perspective. I never really thought about population growth in that way. I do agree with what he's saying, where it's definitely not necessary for women to feel like they have to constantly reproduce like they were in the past, but at the same time, like, I think it was good that he wasn't kind of like forcing it, like those views on the audience and stuff. He was just kind of explaining his side, which I liked. But yeah, I mean, obviously, I think my opinion still like stands from before, where a woman can choose what she wants to do. But yeah, I definitely don't agree with the very like historical like perspective where people would kind of just see women as like birthing like vehicles, you know, like they're not like that. So I think he has a pretty forward-looking point of view.
That's a great perspective, Eesha. I appreciate you sharing that. And I'm curious, going off of that, how would you say women are viewed now? You said that in the past they were viewed as like a birthing…
Like just like moms.
Yeah, just moms, right? But now I think they can do so much more. So I guess my question to you is, one, how do you feel as a female, right? And how do you feel society views you?
Honestly, as a female, like I feel pretty lucky to be growing up in like this day and age where like I know even like my mom's generation and like my grandmother's, like it was more, they were just seen as like someone who would give birth to kids and then take care of them, right? But like for me, I don't feel that way, at least like the way I was raised, like my family and the place that I'm in, like in America, I think I have pretty good opportunities here, and like having kids is nowhere in my near future, hopefully. But yeah, I mean, I definitely would like to have some one day, and I think that would be really cool. To like,
How many kids we talking? Is there a gold number?
I think 3 would be cool. I always
3.
wanted like another sibling. No hate towards my current sibling, but I thought it would be fun to have like multiples. Like if you get bored of one, you go to the other one, kind of thing. So I think that would be fun, and like big families always seem really fun to me.
Are we talking all girls, all boys, mixed? What's your golden type?
Mix would be good. I think all of one gender would be really boring. Yeah.
So 2 girls, 1 boy, or 2 boys, 1 girl?
No preference, but
No
I would
preference.
have but one of each at least.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool, and again, also very insightful there from your experience and what you've shared. And it's I think definitely a good point to mention. Nowadays, I think women definitely have a lot more equal of rights, right?
Yeah.
Do you think women are still at that level of complete equality, or do you think there's still work that needs to be done?
No, there's definitely still work that needs to be done. Like obviously.
What makes you say that?
I mean, if you look at any data like online, there's definitely still like a wage gap in like almost every career, and like, you know, obviously women in STEM is still like a big rising thing, and there definitely needs to be a lot more initiatives to get women more in that space. And at least that's just in America. I know in a lot of developing countries it's still nowhere near like where we are right now, so I do feel very lucky to be here. But no, there's definitely still a lot of work that needs to be done. I know even like a lot of employers, like if a woman is like about to get married, or maybe if she's about to like have kids and stuff, they're a lot less likely to want to hire her because they know that she's going to be taking time off later on. And I think that's definitely very unfair to women.
Absolutely, no, those are great points. And going off of that, I'm curious, what about this whole view on, obviously now there's definitely for sure an increase in working women, right, compared to the past. What's your view? Again, I know you're young and you don't have kids yet, but do you see yourself working while having a baby, or would you take time off, or what do you think that would look like for you?
To be honest, I haven't really thought about that, but
Putting you on the spot right now.
yeah, I mean, I know like I would definitely like be working, and I'm sure the place that I worked at would give me a like maternal leave and hopefully paternal leave as well. So
How long would you want as a break? Because obviously, again, there's no right answers here, right? But, and I know you're still young, but would you prefer, assuming the company could give you unlimited time off, right? To what age of the kid would you prefer to have, that complete at-home experience with the child?
I don't know. Honestly speaking, I feel like if I were home for too long, I would kind of go crazy. But I can't really say anything because I'm only like 19 and I don't actually know what a child needs. But I feel like between like 6 months to a year is like enough.
So after a year, what would you do?
Go back to work.
And the kid?
Daycare.
Okay, that makes sense. And again, not to pinpoint this as being a good or bad thing per se, but do you think, and I would say, and this is my personal opinion, I think women for sure are equal. There's no doubt, like there's no question about it. But at the same time, I feel like women are still different than men. Not to say that they're better or worse, right? I think we all have different roles. So I think we're both men and females are equal, but have different, like we can't say they're the same, right?
I agree. Yeah, for sure. Like a father can definitely never become a mother, and like vice versa, right? Like as much as I would like to say like we are completely equal, like I definitely think that the mother should have more priority in staying with the kid than the father. However, with that being said, I definitely do think that all workplaces should have paternal leave too, because I think that's crazy that like dads just go back to work after their kid is born. Like, yeah, like the mom can probably take better care of their kid on average, but like the dad should still be there, you know?
That's a good point. I agree with that. It's not just for the mother, it's just definitely the father. I think it would be nice to get them involved, and it's a great perspective. And tying this all back into, I guess, this topic of women getting awarded for not having children, would you agree with that, especially with how things are going with the population?
Personally, because I've never heard that before, that is kind of a weird concept to me. I don't really know how that would work. I guess that's kind of similar to like how China used to have like the one-child policy. That's kind of.
I think it almost seems like, I guess from the way Sadhguru's describing it, it's kind of like that, but like instead
of like being illegal, they're like awarding you, which I guess is.
Yeah, so I would say it's better because it's more of like an incentive, right? So think of it like, the incentives that like, I think California, actually, I was talking to my family friend from California just about this. I think there's a point in time where if you bought a Tesla, the state was actually paying you almost like $8,000 just to buy a Tesla.
What? I didn't know that.
So it's like an incentive, right?
Yeah.
So I think the incentive here would be that you'd get paid money not to have a child,
right.
Which I guess is like a new concept. Do you think that's okay? Is that something that would sit okay with you?
I mean, yeah, like it wouldn't bother me. I'm sure maybe other people might have something more to say. Me personally, I wouldn't really care. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, no, that's okay. And I do want to take this second to thank you for being here, Eesha, for sharing these valuable perspectives, and would love to hear what you all think about what we've discussed. Again, it's an open platform. Do you think women should get awarded for not having children? Let us know in the comments down below. Let the viewers know, where can they find you?
Yes. Okay. Well, my Instagram is @EeshaPatel_. That is EESHAPATEL_.
All of our stuff will be down below. And if you have any other video reaction requests, you can also comment down below. With that, make a great day, take it joyful, and stay conscious. Awesome job, Eesha. You did great.
Thank you for having me.
Awesome.